All right, what's up, YouTube channel? Okay, it starts down again, y'all. Welcome to that Go Hard, Go Home channel. And welcome to today's show, Redpill Geeks will never understand women. All right. If you don't know anything about my channel, I've been doing this for about a year now. And my goal on this channel is to help guys who want to get away from the red pill and stuff like that, or guys who just need more mature content because they don't have time for the garbage, or that they already understand women and they need to see that there's some things that men are doing that are hurting men in general, okay? I'm going to use this video today to show some of that, okay? Of course, y'all know this is Mr. Myron Gaines right here. Over there, okay? So he's going to be making one of his little rants and for about 10 minutes. I'm going to be saying some stuff in there in the middle of it because, like, these guys are totally, completely misled, misunderstood about women. They don't understand women, and I'm starting to come to the understanding that these guys in the red pill are never going to understand women. It's one reason why I built this channel, to try to help guys. So let's roll, guys. Let's see what this dude got to say. I'm going to be stopping him every now and again, so it's a 10-minute video. It might turn about 15, 20 minutes. But it's some stuff that's got to be said. So let's roll on and see what he got to say.
Like, I really hate to say this, but this is something that I've realized it's a very dark and disturbing thing about females. Women don't respect self-improvement. I fucking said it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. They don't respect seeing you during the process of self-improvement and actually doing it. Does that make sense? Absorbing the knowledge. Like, you're supposed to self-improve and let her just benefit from the self-improvement versus she's observing you self-improve and being like, what the fuck? You should know this already, nigga. What's wrong with you? Because females don't really put as much stake into self-improvement that we do. Like, men understand, I must self-improve if I want to get women, if I want to get respect from my peers, if I want to get money, if I want to get status. I must self-improve. Women get that shit given to them from the beginning. They don't have to self-improve. They can just be them. That's why we have so many dumb out here that are out here getting a rich husband or out on yachts or whatever. The whole concept of self-improving and learning game, making money, getting in the gym, etc. Women don't really understand this shit. They don't really know it because they don't have to do it. So when they observe you taking in content to self-improve, especially when it has...
Now, he's fucking wrong that women don't have to do that. Women got to be in the gym. I be in the gym every day. There's women in the gym every day. You know why? Because if women are not sexy, because the first thing with Kevin Samuels and the red pill and all this stuff, when the first thing on that list is fit, feminine, cooperative, correct? Huh? Is that not what they said? So you got to be in the gym or watching your weight to get fit. So the niggas capping on that. Just to show y'all that. The red pill, they talking out of both sides of their mouths. But I'm going to keep showing y'all this video. Let's roll.
Has to deal with, like, women. They're going to look at you kind of sideways. Like, wait, you had to learn how to get girls? Yeah, because y'all are not easy. But they don't understand this concept because everything in life to them comes...
Well, no. It's not that they don't understand the concept. What they understand is that if you're a 25, 30-year-old man and somebody still got to keep telling you about women, that you have a fucking problem. Okay? Let me give you guys an example. All right? You have all seen the Kevin Samuels show. We just got done talking about that. Think of the 25, 30, 40-year-old women that was coming on there that was saying shit that was stupid and they didn't understand men. And they still need to learn about men. And they had been out of high school for years now, which is where people were supposed to start learning about the opposite sex and understanding social stuff, but they still don't get it. This is what women think when they look at 30 and 40-year-old men and 20-something-year-old men that are red pill that still got to learn the dark nature of females and learn this about women. That, like you just said, they're looking at you like, you got to learn this shit still? Because they expect you to learn in high school. Let's roll. Let's roll.
It's easy and they just figure it out because they don't have to work for anything.
I would argue they do like you improving if it benefits them. That's
right.
That's the only way.
But let me tell you something. This is another thing that when you ask me the number one mistake guys make, a lot of times a lot of guys sacrifice their purpose and their dreams to appease their woman. This is the thing. A lot of women,
facts.
A lot of women are average. You know, we don't have,
by definition, they have to be.
A lot of women are average. A lot of women are extra average. A lot of women are below average, and they understand something called security. And so your regular self is security to them. And so whenever they see you growing and getting in the gym and fucking upgrading and reading and You know, you walking in a little bit more confidence. That's a security risk, right? And so a lot of women are lazy. If they see you doing that,
chicks don't self-improve, bro.
if they see you doing that,
lead them.
they know that they have to do it too. They have to get on it. They have to get up and they have to grow with you. A lot of women don't want to grow. Growing is uncomfortable. You got to sacrifice. You can't eat what you want to eat. You can't.
Let me point this out. Notice he just said grow with you, right? Now, these guys, I heard the Myron guy plenty of times always saying, we don't want to grow with you. As a matter of fact, like the last guy just said, they don't want to grow with you. They want to get you in the end. Well, if you understand that, then why the hell is you asking somebody to grow with you? That's number one. See, you're going to have problems talking with women. That's why these guys have problems talking with women. They sound like idiots. They don't get it because they can't hear their own self. What I'm showing y'all in Alpha Squad is you better hear yourself. You better understand what you got going on, or you're going to wind up looking like these fools, especially this guy, 6'4" millionaire. They can't get women because you're socially awkward and dumb. Let's roll.
And you know, you got to go to sleep early. You can't do certain shit. You live in a certain type of way. You know, now it's boundaries. I'm respecting myself now. You can't talk to me that way no more. A lot of women don't want to do that, and they'll sabotage you. They'll sabotage you. And so, a lot of the times when they see you growing like that, when they see you growing like that, they don't want to grow with you.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, these guys are fucking losers. Let me tell y'all something. You shouldn't even be worried about that. If you want to grow and she don't want to grow, she need to go. That's all there is to it. It shouldn't even be a conversation. You're growing so that you can exercise your options and take care of, and that's what you need to do. There shouldn't be no question of whether you coming or not. They're either going to come or they ain't. Just like he just said, they might have to start doing it too. And if they don't do it, that's it. But there's no question of why. And it ain't them sabotaging it either. You need to leave it. You need to be you leaving, not them. See that? He's talking about a woman sabotaging because these guys are waiting around and they talking about this. The woman don't want to do this. No, don't wait on her. I'm not waiting on no woman. That's why I can't understand why they doing it. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know what it sounds like to the rest of y'all, but it sounds like you waiting on a woman to make a decision, and I'm not waiting on one. If I'm gonna grow, I'm gonna grow. She can get down or she can get from around. Let's roll.
They don't want to grow with you.
That too, and I think like it's one thing if you're like self-improving, maybe in the gym a little bit more, or like trying to make money or whatever. But what I've noticed is if girls are watching you, like, you know, taking content to be better with women, they kind of look at you crazy.
Yeah,
because they look at it like, what the fuck? Like, you don't just know this? Like, you had to learn this shit? That's weird.
Yeah, you fucking
because to them, because girls like, what's the vibe? I just go with the flow. Like, they think life is just a fucking like a sandbox. You're just playing in it and shit. They don't understand that, like, everything needs to be deliberate. When she comes to your house, it needs to be clean. Your toilet better not have no shit stains. Like, you better not put away your crazy medication if you got any. Like, they don't understand the process that men have to go through and the trials and tribulations men have to go through to be attractive to even get the date in the first place.
No, you fucking idiot. Okay? What they don't understand is how your ass became a grown man and you didn't understand this shit. And you didn't know this and that. That's what they don't get. And they right to run from your ass. They right to leave you alone. Because I leave alone grown ass women that don't get it. That's what be happening when you watch the Kevin Samuels show and the women still by themselves when they 30-something, 40. Because they don't get it. That's what be happening to them. They don't get it. And ain't nobody finna explain it to your ass. And that's what's happening on the male side. That's why I'm using these guys to show it. These guys are a very perfect example of it. And the guys that are like this, they don't even understand they're making themselves look like fools. They don't even understand it. But they are. The people that the women are like, they're not wrong for fucking thinking that you're stupid. You're a 30-something-year-old man and you still don't get certain shit about women. And they see you got to keep learning. They don't have to wait for you. And they should not. Especially their damn dime. Ain't nobody got time for that, nigga.
Place, because I can't tell you how many times we bring girls on this fucking podcast. They're fucking clueless. They think you should just get it. Bitch, no. I had to figure it out, make mistakes, then I got it after the fact. So when they see you taking in content that deals with like being attractive to women, especially, they're gonna look at you crazy because like women never have to self-improve to get men. So they look at you like you're crazy because you have to self-improve to get women. What?
There's a saying
to them:
discovery trumps disclosure.
No. These guys are idiots. They think that women are looking at like you gotta learn to get women because we don't have to learn how to get men. No, they're looking at it like your ass didn't learn this shit in doggone school. You ain't learned this jump by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know? That's what's happening. That's how we was when we were watching Kevin Samuels. These bitch don't get this by now. She don't understand that. This woman 40 years old and still think that she can't cook and guys gonna like that? Yeah. Just, let's roll on, y'all.
Yeah.
Which means if they're going to see you as the man that you need to be without seeing the books in your house or watching the videos is respect. Versus they see, oh, what's that book? Oh, it's a woman how to become better.
Yeah.
Nigga, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You got a good point.
Yeah.
So
you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you got a book in your house that's got to tell you about how to become better for a woman, you probably don't know what you're doing. I'm just let that sink in right quick, y'all, for a second. You probably don't know what you're doing. That's probably a red flag to her. Because if I went to a woman's house and I see books that she got to do self-improvement on working with men, it's going to raise a red flag to me. And Alpha Squad, I suggest it raise a red flag to you. Don't be like these geeks right here, dog. They don't get it. They the guys in high school who couldn't get girls. It just they keep showing it. They keep showing it, but let's roll.
Like even the title of my book, it's like why women deserve less. It's funny, right? Like that's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
But like if the dude was to tell the girl like, oh yeah, this is a book on how to get girls, they'd be like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So yeah, I've just noticed that like women really don't respect if you try to learn game or how to pick up girls or whatever. And then also I think another side of them why they don't
don't respect it when you gotta do it at 30. That's the problem. They don't respect it when you gotta do it at 25 and 20 and 30. Cause you were supposed to learn this shit when you was a teenager. You see what I'm saying, guys? But let's roll on.
don't like it is because then they when you understand game, you learn instantly all the unflattering realities about women. Like you learn all their deepest secrets. You learn all the shit that they don't want you to know.
And you can say no to them.
And you can say no. So like they look at it like, damn, this nigga's learning his value because once you understand, half the game is understanding your value compared to hers, and then making real time decisions off of that. Like that girl Sam, perfect example, right? She comes on the show. I tell Nia, what the fuck are you doing? This chick is a 304. She using you, blah blah blah. What am I doing? I'm awareing him to his value compared to hers. So what does she do? 2 days later, I need you to block Myron.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've always been that friend. I have always been that friend.
Yeah.
Like my homies, the girls don't
If
like.
you gotta tell a grown man to leave a 304, that dude got a problem, and it ain't her. It's because he didn't learn in high school to have some self-esteem and stuff like that. This is the problem. When you a 25, 30-something-year-old man, because I give it to the guys under 25, I give it to you. Maybe you got to get a little adult experience. You're just getting out of your mama's house. But you 25 and up, and you still got to learn this shit, you got a problem. And these guys, they're not comprehending that. They're not comprehending that. That's why they joke to women. Let's roll. And you'll be a joke to women if you thinking like this, you act like this too. That's why we're doing videos like this, Alpha Squad, so y'all can see what not to do. Let's roll.
Like me, especially the ones who not as like. It's always been like this. The guys who are not as aware, like my good friends, they chicks never liked me. And it's not because I'm a bad guy and I'm gonna just make him cheat on you and none of that shit. But I'm the guy don't let her talk to you like that. Like you don't have to deal with that. Make her fucking do something for you. You got this bitch sitting in your house all day, not doing nothing. They don't like that. They don't like me.
See,
but it's not about the woman not liking you. It's the fact that your homeboy's a bitch, and you hanging around this nigga. That's the problem. It's not that they don't like you because of that. It's like you need to shut up too because you ain't no alpha male either because you hanging around these beta ass niggas that do this. So you need to shut up. That's basically what they're telling you. I mean, and I agree with them as far as that. You shouldn't be hanging around that junk. I don't hang around no nigga I got to keep telling all that junk to. You a loser, you just a loser. That's what that is. And you've been a loser since high school. You're going to be one till you die, until you change. Unless you change. Let's roll, guys.
You know what I do, bro? I just plant seeds. So I'll be cool with the girl on a level where like we're cool, we go out, whatever. But I'll like secretly have like things like in my back pocket, like, yo, bro, you know your girl's doing this. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, you know about this? No, I didn't know. And he's like, damn, this is fucked up. And over time, they might get it, but they might not get it. But if you tell them up front, oh, bro, you're hitting on me, bro. What's wrong with you? It just sucks, bro.
Yeah, that's why. But you be networking, so I get it. Like you got to be around blue pill niggas. But
I can make it work.
Like for me, I don't have that issue because I don't hang out with nobody that's not aware. So it's like, yo, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, you're right. What the fuck? That bitch was out of line. But that's great though. That's like when you know you're doing well. Like,
now I agree with the dude on that. I ain't telling you I disagree with him about everything you say. All right, I'm just telling you that he don't understand. Like, he thinks he's so smart that he can't be told anything else. But I can see this guy's problem. It's because the women, the question he's answered here about this thing with them and how they view guys that are taking in content. So, yeah, if you're 25 or 30 years old and 40 years old, you shouldn't be having to learn that. You shouldn't be having to learn that. But let's roll.
You care about your friends. When your friends' girlfriends are like scared for them to be around you or don't like you, then that's a good sign for you that you're a good friend to your bros, of course.
Yeah. And hopefully they come around when they learn their lesson. Hopefully,
man. But most guys don't, bro. And that shit really pisses me off, man. Because like I said before, there's nothing that pisses me off more than guys not understanding their value and getting punished for that shit because by a female that never deserved them in the first place. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me because it's like I look at it and I'm like, man, I have to work way harder to be attractive. And you're telling me that you work your ass off and you're settling with this bullshit? Like, what the fuck is this shit, man?
They don't know their value.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. That dude is a bitch. If it's a dude that done worked his ass off and he's selling for bullshit, and that, you know what? If I was Myron, I'd just go with option A and I ain't hanging around with you. I ain't got time. I ain't finna try to tell you nothing. I thought this what it was, and they ain't gonna piss me off either. Because you getting what you deserve. Because in the course of you building yourself up, you should have learned to not do this. So it already shows me that you don't value yourself. So I'm not gonna try to tell you nothing. I agree with him when he said, "Hey, if you don't value yourself, if you're not aware, I don't hang out with you." But I don't agree with the fact of saying like, "Hey." It makes me mad about that shit. It don't bother me at all. But that's just me. Let's roll.
And that's girl game. I would argue, girl game is exploiting men not being aware of their value.
100%.
That's like
100%.
Yeah.
That's their angle because anything else, like with a guy who know his value, she has to work. Like you can't come around me just because you cute and. You know, or you can suck some. I can get my dick sucked anywhere. I can go get some pussy from anywhere. I could get my house clean. I could pay somebody to get my house clean. You can't just come around me soaking up my energy and running my motherfucking light bill up just because you cute.
Using my Wi-Fi. What's wrong with you, man?
Old school. That's how my grandpa. You running my AC up. But yeah, you can't just come around me. You got to come with it. And so a lot of women look for guys who don't know that because it's easy. It's more secure.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't fault him for it, but it just makes more sense to get with a guy who don't know his value because you don't have to work as hard.
He can run game.
You don't have to work as hard. You can put in a little bit and get a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to do it, like the Destiny chick. The shit, like you could, or the Neon, the what's the girl's name? Sam.
Yeah.
She could put in a little bit. Like I guarantee you, she don't really do much for him.
She didn't even like smash him for the longest.
She could put in a like.
Okay, now they're bringing up the Destiny thing, right? Because if y'all been watching the YouTube stuff like that, y'all know this guy Destiny's got divorced recently or whatever. But if that shouldn't even be a subject because as a grown man, you should know that any man that's in an open relationship, marriage, is probably going to get a divorce or is going to be garbage. Anytime that there's an open relationship and it's open on the other side, on the woman's side, there's a chance of you becoming disrespected in that. It's always going to be that. Instead of people talking about it down the way, what they need to do is teach a lesson of it. But you got other guys on here like Mr. Lucario. He's married, and they got open relationship. But guys are supporting that kind of stuff, and you can't support that kind of shit because you should see what happens. You already see what happens. You should know what's gonna happen. But let's roll on. Let's roll on because to me this shouldn't even be a subject. All men should have been expecting for something to go wrong with that. Now because Destiny don't get it, it don't mean nothing. But you can't explain that to him, and I wouldn't even try.
Like very little bit, and literally has changed her life. Like,
yo,
you know,
Dre, you called me before.
What?
Remember what you said earlier? You said, "What do whores do?"
They pick the easiest whores. Listen,
yeah,
whores go for the weakest men for relationships because everybody need love. Women need love. You know how they say fat girls need love too back in the day. You know, not niggas is hitting fat chicks. I don't understand. Let me not say that. But,
hey man, I've been there, bro.
Yeah, me too. Let me not say they hitting it, but we used to keep it on the low now. Like back in the days, we used to keep that on the low. You got your little big block. You
Tuesday
keep it on
night,
the low.
Niggas said big block.
Tuesday night.
A big block.
Yeah, but we used to keep it on the low. But yeah. What the thing what hoes do is, you know, they need love, and so a strong guy like myself is not. It's not. We're not a match.
Yeah.
And so they typically
certain
target.
niggas just not gonna wipe up sluts. It's not happening.
And they know that.
Yeah.
You know they know
They
that.
know.
That's why they give you the pussy. And, you know, whatever. But they still need love. They still, regardless of how promiscuous a woman is, regardless of how, now whether they deserve it a lot or not is a different story. But they still need it. They still yearn for it. They still want the comfort. They still want a warm body to lay next to. They still want love. They still want a guy to care for them. They still want and desire protection, whether they deserve it or not. They still want this, and they gonna get it. And so they target the weaker guys.
Big facts.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
So whenever you see a guy who's weak, spineless, you know, don't really got no game like that, you look at his woman, she more than likely a hoe.
Okay. Let me hit this thing pause because something's gonna come up next. Let me hear it. So here go the deal, guys. These guys is geeking out in front of everybody. They don't understand that they're doing it, but they are. The reason I make these type of videos for y'all guys in Alpha Squad is this right here. You don't need to geek out in front of people. You might have some of these issues, but it's not something that you should be putting forefront. Example, they said the woman find the book in your house. That shit shouldn't happen. If you got that book, she don't need to see that book. She don't need to see that book. All right? Because I mean, you got issues. You know what I'm saying? You work on that behind her back. That's what you do. Because guess what? You don't want to go in a woman's house and see her having to read instructions on how to cook and instructions on, because it's shit that her mama and daddy and them should have been taught already. She already had the basics down. She should be able to just go buy a cookbook and go ahead and make something to eat. But she got to learn how to boil water first, because you're going to have a problem with that. See, they're not looking at this from a two-sided point of view, guys. And that's why they have a misunderstanding, but that's why they'll never get it. That's why they'll never get it. He thinks that women don't respect you self-improving, right? That ain't the truth. All right? The truth is, if you catch anybody, even with you, like if you got self-improve right now, and we at a certain level, you need to go. You're gonna feel that way about a woman. It's like, let me go back to watching. Would you watch Kevin Samuels and shit like that? Okay, you watch some Kevin Samuels shows and something like that. Nobody, me sitting there person as a man, I understood why these women were single, because I'm not finna wait for no damn 30-year-old, 40-year-old woman to figure out how to cook. You better go do that shit on your own time and come back and tell me about it. Come back when you done learn how to make a sweet potato pie. You feel me? 'Cause I ain't waiting. That's the deal. Why are they waiting? That's why I kept saying in the first part of the video, what the fuck are y'all waiting on? You're waiting on the woman to make a decision. You're waiting on the woman to this and that. No. Ain't waiting on nobody. And I don't expect for nobody to wait on me. So if you ain't got it and they see you got to still be watching videos and shit like that to try to figure out women at 25, 30 years old, yeah, they finna roll on. Why that don't make sense? Somebody drop the comments and tell me why that don't make sense. Because I'm going to roll on. If this chick don't get guys, I'm rolling the fuck on. Ain't nothing there for me. Ain't nothing there for you. If a woman she still gotta be studying men at 30 and 40 years old. That's why I went on the Kevin Samuels show. Those women was all single and all the other good shit. That's why. But these guys right here, they ain't never gonna get it, y'all. And the guys that watch them, you know what I'm saying, and support them, they ain't never gonna get it because it's just that simple. You gotta start kind of understanding how the other side see things too. Real quick story before I get out of here, y'all. A lot of people, like, let me give y'all an analogy. Okay? I come from the country and I like hunting and fishing. Right? I'm not very good at it because I'm a novice, I'm saying beginning person. But what I have knows is by learning from the people that are good at it, that it's not luck. It's understanding the thing that you're going after. That's what it is. Knowing where it's at, what it's going to do, what at these times and that, what it eats, all this stuff. It's having knowledge of the other side. So you can be there when you can catch it. I agree with them that you got to have knowledge of the other side. The problem is if you ain't got knowledge of the other side by a certain level, you behind the power curve. It's just like the women that was on the kid. The best way of explaining it to tell you, because I know every guy that watches this type of stuff and done seen some of Kevin Samuels. Them women was behind the power curve, and that's a big turnoff. Think about how you got turned off. That's what's gonna happen to you. So like, if you gotta be studying that junk, you might want to study behind their back. If they see it, they're gonna get that turn off. I'm out of here on this one, y'all. This has been Taurus Diaries, that Go Hard to Go Home channel. And if y'all ain't done so by now, get subscribed. If y'all like what y'all saw today, hit like, share, and join Alpha Squad and drop the comments. Let me know what y'all think. But these guys ain't never gonna get it, y'all. And I feel sorry for them. But I'm out of here on this one. Peace.